Well, hello, Gators. It is Monday, August 31st. I believe today is the last day of the month. And we are going to start something new with what we're calling the Sherman Staff Showcase. So here in a minute, we will have our guest come on. You will see on the title that it was Miss Mathews. So it was not a surprise today, but here in the future, we will have a surprise on that. But first off, I do want to say thank you to everybody that has been helping their kids out with the distance learning, helping the teachers out with that as well. Thank you. We cannot say that enough. Mr. Soffer had his video earlier today, and he, echoed the same thing. So thank you. In that video, Mr. Soffer said that I would hop on here and give you a quick little tip about our Apple pens or pencils, as they're normally called, but it's actually called the Logitech Crayon. And it does come about with just the tip. So this part right here, this white piece, sometimes this will come and it'll be loose. So if you just screw it back on so it can make the connection, it should work. 99% of the time, that has been the issue with these. Sometimes if they get chewed up or bent, then they're not going to work. But that has been the easiest way to do that. Also, on the opposite side is where you charge it. Most of our kids do know this, but just in case, we just charge it right there with the same cord that comes with the iPad. So with that, we are going to bring in Miss Mathews. And Miss Mathews, we always started off our fifth grade assemblies with a joke, and I didn't prepare you for this, so if you don't have one, it is okay.
Oh, I don't have one at the moment. I had one all summer, though. I was collecting them this summer, but right now.
Oh, well, I got one. I actually just thought of one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a new knock-knock joke.
Oh.
Okay. So I need you to say knock-knock.
Oh, okay. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Feels a little mean.
Ha. See what I did there? That was fantastic.
All right.
Hey, but anyway, so you are the first Sherman Staff Showcase person that we are doing. So we are excited to do this. I think it's a very fun thing that we can do to kind of just get ourselves out there and show everybody who we actually are outside of the traditional, hi, I'm Miss Mathews, and this is my classroom. So we're going to get to know Miss Mathews, the person. So take a second. Can you walk us through kind of your quick background of where you've been and how you came to Sherman?
Well, sure. Yeah. So I was born in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, specifically Elizabethtown. And I grew up there, and my mom still lives there in the house where I was born. So I went to the same school, Elizabethtown School, for all of my schooling. And then I went to Edinburgh University. It's up by Lake Erie. It's as far away from my home as I could go. And a bunch of my friends and I went there, and I graduated with a degree in special education and elementary education. And then I wasn't quite ready to join the workforce yet, and I heard of a program called Intermenno, and it's a cultural exchange program run through the Mennonite Church. And I ended up being kind of a nanny in Germany. I had 2 6-month experiences. One was with a family of 3 kids, and one has a family of 5 kids. And yeah, I was their nanny, I was their tutor. And then on the weekends, we got, because we were under 27 years old, we got discounted tickets to ride the trains all over Germany. So we took them down to Italy, we took trains to Switzerland, we took trains up to the Netherlands, and I got to see quite a bit of Europe in that year. So that was kind of cool. And then I came home in August. And because I was a teacher, schools in Pennsylvania had already gotten started. So I took some time and I drove down. I had friends that lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and I interviewed for jobs down there. And they had all the teachers they needed. I couldn't get a job in Pennsylvania. And then a friend of mine called me and said that they needed a 7th grade math teacher on the Navajo Reservation in northeastern Arizona. I drove my little Chevy, I don't know, it was some little Chevy car out there. And I did my first day of teaching, and the assistant principal sat in the back of my classroom at the end of the day and said, "You can't teach anymore," because I hadn't been board approved. And the board wasn't meeting for 2 more weeks. So I got in the car again, and I drove up to British Columbia, Canada. And while I was up there, the school board met and decided that I would be the middle school special ed teacher. So that was my first teaching job, was being the special ed teacher at a middle school on the reservation. And after that, the next 7 years, I spent as a 6th grade English teacher. And then I moved to Cortez, Colorado, where I lived for 8 years, and I taught middle school English language classes and 4th and 5th grade, just regular 4th and 5th graders, and they were wonderful. That's where I met Mr. Mathews in Cortez. We got married, and then a couple years later moved up here, where this is now, my 6th year as a Sherman Gator. So, hope that wasn't too long, but yes, that's where I've been.
No, that was great. I had no clue on a lot of that stuff, so that's kind of awesome. Now, fun fact about Mr. Keefe is my mother was actually born in Holland.
Oh,
So up in the Netherlands is where she was born. So that's kind of fun.
nice.
Second question. What are some of your interests outside of the wonderful walls of Sherman?
When I am not doing what I love inside these wonderful walls, I am out usually on my bicycle. Lately, I have been in my garden because it is that time of year. And I can be on my bicycle either in the mountains, going mountain biking, or riding down the road, usually between here, Nampa, and my home in Boise. We also go camping. I love to drive. I love taking road trips. So we'll go to Oregon, or, we've driven to Pennsylvania. We've driven to Charleston, South Carolina. That was a fun one. My mom and I have driven from Pennsylvania up to Bar Harbor in Maine. So I just love to travel. I love getting out and seeing the world. So I think that would be another interest outside, would be traveling.
Awesome. No, that is something I enjoy doing. Not flying, but I do enjoy traveling.
So you wouldn't be going to Greece with us?
No, absolutely not, unless I could drive there.
We did that one already. Portugal is next on our list.
Oh, there we go. That'd be fun. All right. So what is your favorite thing about school?
Oh, I think seeing when the kids get it. And some kids will get something really quick and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And other kids will work on it. And when they get it, they're like, I get it. And you just see that all that hard work and effort finally paid off, and it just clicks for them. And you know that they're going to use that to become like a smarter person and a better person and more helpful, that now they can help other people use what they just learned. I think I know I love sharing my books and sharing reading. I tell my students that books are windows into worlds that they don't understand, and they're mirrors. They reflect who they are as people, and that they know that they're not alone in the world because other people have written books about people who are like them. So I think sharing my love for reading and helping kids know that they're not alone in this world, and then teaching them to be independent and to learn how to love learning. That's what I love here.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, the last question, I told you that I wasn't going to let you know what it was to kind of catch you off the wall. But as we were talking, I had this great idea here. As there's the bell, for when we are back in person, which we are all looking forward to. We have this saying here at Sherman, and I know you know what it is. It's great to be a Gator. So what makes it great to be a Gator at Sherman in your eyes?
Oh, it's the community, hands down. Like the parents and the teachers and the police, the police force. I mean, they've done so much for us. The churches around here that donate, and the fire company that comes to our tailgaters, and the cheerleaders and the football players that come over, and the grandparents who come and visit, and the mentors that come and build relationships with our kids. It is hands down the community that's here that just supports the kids and supports us teachers when we need it.
Awesome. I would agree with you on that. It does take what's the old saying? It takes a village to raise a kid.
Yep. And this is a village. This is a great.
So yeah, no, that is awesome. Well, Miss Mathews, thank you so much for being my guinea pig. I mean, my first guest on our Sherman Staff Showcase. Appreciate it. It's been fun learning some new things about you in the process. And we are hoping to go live pretty much every day. So if you could pick anybody in the school to go live tomorrow, who would you pick?
I think I'd have to pick the most energetic person I know in this building, and that would be Miss Bustrom.
Ooh, Miss Bustrom. So we're going to have to pull some strings, see if we can get Miss Bustrom on here.
Oh, yeah.
Or, I think we'll make it work.
I think we can make it. I think we can convince her.
Yes. If not, we'll go with our backup plan, and we'll animate something with Miss Bustrom, and we can do some Miss Bustrom voices.
Oh, I'm not good at voices, but
which might be kind of fun. But
all right.
Anyway, Miss Mathews, I am going to let you go. Thank you again for hopping on. Sure. And I will let you send us out. So after I'm done here, I'm going to have Miss Mathews. You are going to do our tagline, the whole thing, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for everybody that has been watching. This is recorded so that you can go back and rewatch, and we will see you later. So Miss Mathews, you know what to say, and take it away.
Remember, it's great to be a Gator.